Holidaymakers have been left stranded in long queues after a critical incident was declared at the port of Dover, the UK's main gateway to Europe. The delays have prompted a blame game between British and French authorities.
Snaking traffic on snarled up roads, all of it heading one way, towards the ferry terminal at Dover. With it came inevitable frustration.
We've been in a queue for about 7.5 hours, so heading to Spain today, so we should have been on a crossing at 10 to 8. So as you can see, we're severely delayed.
Very frustrating. 3 hours in traffic queues. Should have been on our ferry an hour ago.
2.5 hours been waiting, just hanging about. Well, you go 50 yards and you stop for 20 minutes, 50 yards. It's not so bad now. It's getting a bit better, but it's been ridiculous, really.
For the driver of this lorry, temperatures were running high.
Absolutely ridiculous. All the cars are now in the freight lanes.
The reason it all ground to a halt, according to port officials, was woefully inadequate staffing at the French border, where passports have to be shown before getting on the ferry.
I am really very sorry to all those travelers that have headed out this morning, to the truck drivers, the local community in Dover. We should not be in this position. We have been planning for this day, this morning, for the last several months. For what we had required for this morning, there was insufficient officers on the ground ready to do the work, and the processing times through the border were also much longer than normal.
In preparation for the big summer getaway, the Port of Dover say they'd put in 50% more border control booths and had spoken in granular detail with the French authorities about exactly when was likely to be most busy. And yet still we've got gridlock. As a result, a critical incident was declared. But the police across the Channel deny that the French authorities were to blame, instead saying an unexpected technical incident under the Channel Tunnel was somehow the cause, although that's been refuted by the tunnel's operators. As ever, caught up in the chaos of the summer rush are the people of this town. One car even resorted to driving along the pavement.
Getting there is going to be a bit of a problem with some of them.
And these healthcare assistants who provide end-of-life and palliative care to clients in their homes had to find a way to get to them, despite the mayhem.
It's been really difficult today. We've had to walk to calls. We've had to prioritise our clients to make sure which ones need help first. We've had to make sure medication's taken on time. That's been a difficult one.
As the day progressed, the traffic eased. But for those heading off on holiday, it was an unwelcome start to their summer break.